What's up, everybody? I'm the Mana Dork. I don't have a catchphrase, but what I do have is another standard budget deck for you. Today we're running only 3 rares total, and those 3 are 3 copies of Gonti, Night Minister, 2 black for a 3/4 legendary Aetherborn Rogue. Whenever a player casts a spell they don't own, that player creates a treasure token. And whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of my opponents, its controller looks at the top card of that opponent's library and exiles it face down. They may play that card for as long as it remains exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast a spell this way. So we're going to run him with a bunch of little creatures, but we don't want our little creatures to get hit by removal. So we're going to make the opponent discard their hand so they have no way to play their removal spells. And then we're going to Gonti the rest of their deck, and we will play their cards while they don't play anything. That's the plan, at least. So how are we emptying the hand? Well, we got 4 Ruthless Negotiation, 4 Hopeless Nightmare, 4 Unscrupulous Agent, 4 Skullcap Snail, 2 Momentum Breaker, which sometimes will be a removal spell, sometimes be a discard spell, 4 Bandit's Talent, 4 Thought-Stalker Warlock, and 2 Gastal Raider from the new set. 2 in a black for a 2/1 Vampire Rogue. It starts our engines. When it enters, the opponent reveals their hand and we choose an instant or sorcery and make them discard it. And then at max speed, the Raider gets +1/+1 and has Menace. Rounding out the deck, we got a touch of removal with 2 cut down, 3 Anoint with Affliction, 24 swamps to fuel it all, and that's the deck. Alright, I'm going to go find an opponent. That'll give you a chance to find the like and subscribe, and I'll see you over there. Alright, this looks good. Start with the Nightmare. Ghost Vacuum. Alright. Eat their own authority. That sounds weird. Eat your own authority. Oops. I didn't mean to mute you. Just meant to make you exile a card. What do we get rid of? Day of Judgment. No 1-drop for us. Well, not 1-drop, but 1/1. Get him to discard again. And one more time.
Is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch drop it.
We'll discard that thing. Start eating away at their life total. See if we can race this Liliana.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Put out a body, even though they're empty-handed. But that'll cause a distraction for the Liliana, maybe.
I'm tired of your secrets.
And they're going to continue to go on the discard plan, but we're going to be able to swing in and keep it from being at ultimate level.
You know,
Make another body.
better as a corpse.
They gain a life, but that's alright. We can live with that. Vacuuming a whole bunch of stuff over there. I'll sacrifice that one.
One of your friends has to leave. Watch it.
I'm not going to bother playing this. We'll just let them try and Liliana it out of our hand. Then we're not going to stick around for that part. This looks like curving out and messing with their hand. That's exactly what the deck wants to do. Jason cover up, so we're on some sort of mill strategy, it looks like.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's will. I will clear your mind.
Oculus player. Let's see if we can pick that hand apart a little. I guess it's the smite that goes.
Become subdued.
Get rid of that thing. I think we snailed him. Level that up. Do not attack. And leave us with a 2/2. First time I've seen someone actually use the Gatekeeper in Constructed. Get that Gatekeeper out of here. Get that Jace off the table. And hopefully draw land and we can start using the Gonti next turn. Here comes Gonti. Well, he doesn't quite come yet, but he's here to supervise. Third path. Ghost vacuum. Send everything. Gonti, something that we can use against them. I guess the cards in our deck are good enough to be the cards in our deck. We'll just drop a Bandit's talent and level it. We will keep. Start with the Nightmare. And they were nice enough to play a Leyline Axe, so that's one less thing in their hand. Rebel Salvo. Not quite sure I understand what... Well, I don't understand. More equipment. Affinity for equipment. You're in equipment. I'm sensing a theme. No blocks. That's a lot. Get the smite out of here. Get in for one. No blocks, but I think they got us anyway. I don't think the blocking would have mattered too much with a double striking trampler. We'll do it this way. Raid first. Now we clear out the hand successfully, but they've got too much board presence. Yeah, we can try this. I'm not sure about Gonti being our first non-land permanent, but maybe we can negotiation our way to a better board position. I guess that would be negotiate our way. What do we get out of their hand? Ride's End. Negotiate you again. Nightmare. Steam Core. Everybody's on Esper today. Well, at least we got the fourth land for the Gonti. That counts for something. And a opponent misses their second land drop, it looks like. Let's set this turn up. That looks good where they are. Make the replacement Gonti. Get in for 3, steal a card. Do we want to surveil? Or we want to flash back the negotiations, I think. That cut down. I kept one back to block, so it's not getting through, but that's okay, because we can tear this hand apart now. Land, swamp downstairs. I think we are in a pretty good position here. Send everything. Borrow a couple cards. With a talent. Play with one of their toys. They didn't like that part. Momentum Breaker makes its first appearance of the day. Negotiate. Curiosity, wonderful. It's good to see their card draw leave. And we were playing the discard deck. We'll take that one. Snail ya. Nowhere. Deal with our snail. Take a couple. That's all right. We can live through that. Get that out of your hand. Sacrifice a thing, which is going to be a 1/1, but I think we get rid of that. That might not have been the right answer. Probably would have made more sense to keep the source of damage that blue-black can't deal with that permanent type. But this is a Gonti video, so we're going to play the Gonti. And we're going to try and ride him to victory. Get us to 4. Get that nightmare out of their hand. We got 2 turns to try and deal with this fear of isolation. Lock there. We'll give it to him. You can't remove that flyer. Little awkward, I think, but we will try it. I mean, it's fine. I just would have liked to see. Oh, third land helps. Would have liked to have seen 1 less removal and 1 more permanent. I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's the tome. Nothing to do on turn 2. Drop this Warlock. Get something out of their hand. Might still release them. Ah! They're a synthesizer deck. Let's see if they scry to the top. 2 to the top. Wonderful. That means Gonti can steal whatever they wanted. Whatever they were planning on for next turn. Darkslake Shores. That was a little anticlimactic. I was expecting some sort of bomb. But synthesizer number 2. Get this thing out of here. Get in for 5. Onto a couple things off the top. Make an island. Make a talent. Level it up. They get rid of a tithing blade. Alright. Scry off the maze mind. Land number 5. And nothing going on. Juby said, do they have something flash? No, we'll risk it. I don't know what I'm worried about. That's what I was worried about. I knew there was something I was overlooking. Afflict one of them. They block our Gonti. One last trigger. Not a bad thing to have in reserve. Get whatever that last thing is out of their hand. We already leveled that once. We land? Nope, we already landed for the turn. Pass it back. Tome their way back to 13. Artifact or creature we can copy. We'll take the 4. Excuse me. Come over for 2. Pass it back. That is a Merrick's token. I scoop it up. And I was going to 3-step some stuff. Give me 3 steps, give me 3. And that's the deck. Very happy with it. We wound up with an 8-4 record during recording this video. Now, I will put in the caveat that I think red is going to be a very difficult deck for this, and we saw one mountain the entire recording session. Most of what we ran into was from the Esper side of the universe. So that might have clouded our results. The other thing that I noticed is while Gonti was fun, and while he often did his job, a lot of times he didn't start to do his job until we had already more or less sealed the victory. We already had a solid board position and were getting in with multiple guys. So I think he might be overkill. He might be, winning more, as they say. At least for this build. Perhaps there's something else, another deck where he's going to shine a little more like he was designed to be. But for this deck, he was fine and he was fun, but he was not amazing. So if you're still here, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out and watch me play some games. Feel free to leave a comment if you like what you saw, or if there's anything you'd like to see me do differently. Don't forget to like the subscribe and button the smash, or whatever it is you do to show that you appreciate the video. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.